Hey guys, what the heck is going on? Sam Cox here with Team Bropire, and coming at you guys today with another commentary video. This is something that we've been doing here recently on the channel. We did this last week, and a lot of people seem to really dig it, so we're doing it here again today. This was a match filmed, I want to say 2 weeks ago at Locals, and I'm just now getting around to doing commentary on it. I was on the other side of the room playing Modern Yu-Gi-Oh! With Casey, and we were testing out some stuff, and we had the camera set up already from a previous video, and Tyler and Cooper were like, I'm just going to film, and I was like, bet, cool. So yeah, I'm just finally getting around to commentating it. Over here on the left we have Tyler, aka Yugi Nono, and he is playing his famous Blind Warriors. I said on the last video, but I really love this deck very much. And over here on the right we have Cooper. Cooper is playing a very teched out, very different chaos deck. Well, I say very different, but there's just a few techs in here. I'm just like, what the fuck are you what are you playing, dude? And I guess for starters, I know that that Cooper plays Roulette Barrel in this deck, and this is one of those decks that also plays something like Book of Moon, so you can justify playing Roulette Barrel because it has 2000 defense. But Roulette Barrel is one of those cards that is a good Shining Angel target. Well, I guess there's not like a ton of really good Shining Angel targets, but it's one of the better ones. I think you got like DD Warrior Lady, Pixie Knight, Roulette Barrel, and maybe like one or two or three other options. I'm sure I missed a very like obvious one, but there's just not very many light targets that are good in regards to recruiting it from Shining Angel in GOAT format, at least. So yeah, he plays Roulette Barrel. All that to say, Cooper is playing a GOAT deck that's very just kind of teched out. I don't know, they both are. So we're kind of seeing a match here that's like a tier 2-ish match. So, and I kind of like these matches, because it's not like a Chaos Mirror match, which are very skillful, mind you, but this kind of makes it to where you kind of see some stuff that's not really something you see every day, I guess. So we just saw the breaker activating on Jar Greed, and then he chains it. We call that the Jar Breaker, and then after that, breaker was set in face down defense, and then he flipped the breaker. That's an electrician joke if you guys are electricians. I'm not, but I've had to flip a breaker before. So, man, I'm killing it with these dad jokes, guys. So Tyler's going to get in some damage right here, and Cooper, it's not looking crazy good for Cooper right now. Tyler over here on the left has Marauding Captain, Breaker, and DD Assailant, but Cooper did activate Charity, so let's see if we can't get him back up. Like I said in the last video, I really like Tyler's build of this deck. It's just something I like. Anything that's left of center and that you can make competitive. Competitive Rogue is like it's kind of like like where I lie as far as like Yu-Gi-Oh just goes in general. I love playing things that you don't see every day, but things that can also win against the things that you do see every day. In Tyler's build, he plays triple Marauding Captain, as well as triple Smashing Ground, triple Blindly Little Goblin. Just a really bunch of really cool techs that you don't see very often, like every day in GOAT format. So it's a really cool Warrior Toolbox build that I think is pretty dope. Cooper's over here on the right trying to figure out what he wants to pitch off of Charity. It looks like he's going to pitch the Tomato. All right. So in his hand, he has a Sangan, a Chaos Sork, and something else. I'm not sure what it was. He's going to summon the Sork by banishing the Breaker and the Shining Angel. He went for the Breaker instead of the Tomato because in Recruiter decks you play things like Call the Haunted and Premature, and so just grabbing those Recruiters from the grave are really good, and because you can just get back into your engine. It stops the engine for a second, then you get back into it and search and recruit and whatever else. So Cooper over here on the right, he activated Creature Swap on his Sangan, which is like just boss play 101 in GOAT format. Having your opponent attack your monster that goes to your grave, and you get a search. It's pretty awesome. He's going to search the tomato. Yeah, going back into the engine, just like I said. Um, cool. So this game looked like it took a really good turn for Cooper. Now he has um, Sork and a breaker. Tyler has DD Assailant. I'm not sure who has more cards in hand. I would guess probably Tyler, too. It's a pretty even gameplay right here. I think Tyler's ahead on life just a little bit. Tyler is going to play something. Oh, Shirley's got a trick up his sleeves. I mean, this is a Warrior Toolbox. He's got something to clear it, Shirley. DD Warrior Lady, or I think he's just trying to figure out how to get the most advantage out of whatever he's got. Okay, exiled. Perfect. Yeah, there you go. Exiled over the Sork, running to the breaker. It took a very long time to do that, Tyler. That was a simple that's a simple play. Okay, so he's going to summon Tomato. Cooper's going to summon Tomato in the back row. He's summoning it in face-up attack because with these recruiters, I'm going elementary for the people that don't know. With these recruiters, if you set them, then people will activate Nobleman to cross out on them, and you don't want that to happen. So it's better for you just to eat the damage and play them all in face-up attack. So that it forces them to neg and play Book of Moon or waste a normal summon on something like Tsukiyomi, so they can even activate Knock to begin with. But yeah, it kind of makes it to where, you're just they're forced to attack into it, and the person on the other side is just hoping that you run out of targets. And for you, you're just you're taking a little bit of damage each time, like 300 per attack, but you're not only deck thinning, but you are choosing what monsters you want to come to the field, like Spirit Reaper. You're getting light and dark fuel into the grave for your chaos monsters. I love the tomatoes and the angels. I think that those cards in GOAT format are, I want to say, some of the most underrated cards in the format, but they're not really underrated. So many people play them. I don't know if Cooper plays Thunder Dragon along with his angels, but yeah. So big play right here. You'll see. Okay, I want to say something. You will see almost every GOAT format match get down to a big play that happened that made everything kind of take a turn for the better or worse or whatever. And that torrential was definitely it for. Okay, wow. Okay, Cooper lost that one. Wow. Okay. So Tyler took game one with his Blind Warriors. Very nice. Yeah, in most GOAT format games, you can kind of pinpoint. Well, hell, in Yu-Gi-Oh! In general, you can kind of pinpoint a certain card that was played that kind of changed the game. In modern Yu-Gi-Oh!, I will say that it definitely comes down to a certain card that was played. In GOAT format, you can narrow it down to a certain turn that everything took, like a turn for a good or a bad for somebody else, or a certain play or something. That was definitely the torrential on the last game. A lot of times it's a summon getting negated, or like somebody goes neg 1 or neg 2 on a certain play, or it's just something big happening, or somebody top decking something. That's kind of how GOAT is. There's a lot of one-ofs. There's a lot of cards that can make your opponent go neg 1, or 1 for 2, or make you go 2 for 1. There's just a lot of cards in this format that are kind of detrimental if you don't play to them in the right way, if that makes sense. Dust Tornado on the end phase, and it's looking like we aren't seeing a ton of monsters on this one. Tyler has Mind Control in his hand. I don't know if he's maining 3 Mind Control. If he is, that's just more text that I just love that Tyler's playing. Triple Mind Control, triple Marauding, triple Blind Loyal, triple Smashing Ground. So he's going to summon, I think it's the Sasuke. It's an ulti. I can't see it in the lighting. And then we draw. We drew the roulette barrel, guys. Let's go. Let's play this. Let's roll some dice, guys. Roulette barrel's such a fun card. He's going to set 1 card, and he's going to set the roulette barrel. All right, y'all. Let's see what we can get here. If he activates Knock, then that could be game. Yeah, but say, why did Tyler just activate the mind control, steal that thing? Okay, cool. Um, you would think just leave it face down and then attack with the other two, and then main phase two maybe flip it. I don't know. You don't want to get triggered by the Torrential. Tyler's over there reading it. Looks like he's like, what the fuck? It's such a weird card. It's definitely one of those cards that mathematically I think plays out in your favor, but it's just funny when you see it. Okay, so Tyler summons the roulette barrel, flips the roulette barrel. I maybe wouldn't have done that just in case of Torrential, but also in Tyler's defense, you would be making it go 2 for 2, just like the Mirror Force did. It did the exact same thing, pretty much, that the Torrential does, because Roulette Barrel was on Tyler's side of the field, but it was Cooper's at the end of the day. Yeah, 2 for 2. Um, This is a very slow-moving game for two decks that are supposed to turbo, so to speak. Marauding Captain is going to special summon another warrior to get some damage in phase. MST, jeez, hitting the Jar Greed. Call the Haunted on the Roulette Barrel. Let's roll some dice. There we go. Rolling a 3. Gonna destroy the Marauding Captain. Look at that, guys. Sure, Priest. Let's go. It's so awesome, guys. Sure, Priest. Such a cool card, man. I love Sure Priest. As you can see, both of these players' decks are very much teched out, and that's what I love about Rogue Yu-Gi-Oh, man. It's just such a good time. He's gonna get another attack in with Azure Priest. Okay, I think we kind of know how this is gonna end just by what's on Tyler's field and what's on Tyler's hand. Dust Tornado, smashing. Okay, there we go. That is game. Okay, cool. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.